Sunday morning, October 12, 2022. I'm right back out, same place I've been for the last couple of days trying to put together a video. I just pulled up. I'm not organized yet. I was going to see if I could get some content of me just goofing around. I brought out things like a sunshade this time to set up. I don't have poles. Shucks. I'll see what I can do with it anyway. But it's going to need poles. I want to put it like over here on the side and extend it over the doorway, maybe this side or the other side to get shaded. It's 11:30. Did I say that? 11:30 in the morning. I also brought out, and I've been tinkering with my cell phone, my smartphone. Right there, I can see the towers, the cell phone towers on Guadalupe Peak. And apparently I can get internet connection through my smartphone, turn it into a hotspot, and I can tether my computer to it either via Wi-Fi or USB and be online without having to use my Starlink. The goal being to suspend my Starlink bill. I pay a bunch every month for that, and I don't use it because I'm not traveling. So I want to suspend that, and when I do need to get connected, I can do it cheaply. And so I've got that to tinker with. I brought out some eggs to do some scrambled eggs, maybe. Yeah, and get this reorganized. Whenever I pack up, I don't do a good job packing up, getting reorganized. So I want to get reorganized. I still don't have everything the way I want it. I don't know. Got to get my screws tightened, I guess. It's beautiful out here. It's supposed to be nice and cool. We had been forecast for much more rain than we have been getting, but we still have some cool weather. It's nice to be out here. That sun is still warm though. We still need the shade. So I'll be, and there's nobody here again today. Not a single soul in the whole area here. That's good. The park is the same way. No new people are moving in as far as I can tell. Yeah, so that's the opening scene. Cut. Yeah, well, it's like I said, I don't have poles for that shade. Sure would be nice. I need to order poles, good poles, extendable fiberglass or aluminum poles for that thing. So it can hold up against some kind of wind. And I set up my little kitchen out here. This is where I would put it if I put the tent up. I'm not going to do that today. But I'm going to make myself some scrambled eggs and go from there. Out here in the desert, where it's quiet and peaceful. So for now. Yeah, well, I don't think that worked. So I'm going to do this again. I was saying how good that stove, that tiny stove works. I use that all the time. And the propane bottle I refill, it's refillable. And I refill it myself and save money that way. Works out really good. And I found what I was looking for. This is a very important thing that I can make use of right about now. I have a full suit like this, but That's a little bit much. The bugs are out, the gnats. They're very miserable little things. They don't bite, and they're microscopic. You can see them, and they just like to fly. They're looking for moisture. They fly where they can to get moisture, up your nose all the time, in your eyes, in your ears. So, this is going to make it a little bit more bearable. It might look funny, but I don't care. And like I said before, I had to start over. The eggs were good. Scrambled up real. I didn't scramble them. I was able to do them easy over easy. Anyway, and I'm going to now move on to first relaxing, because I'm obviously a little bit overexcited for some reason. Then I will hook up my computer and see if I can connect to the internet via my smartphone. Yeah, that would be good. Yeehaw! So I think I'm just going to sit here and rest and talk a minute as I do. Yeah, it's good for me to relax. Get my thoughts out. It's nice out here today. Not enough wind. The bugs are coming. A breeze kicks up once in a while, like right now. Blow the bugs away. It's probably about noon right now. When I pulled in, there were a whole bunch of scavenger crows and a hawk or two and some birds gathered. There might be something dead up that way. It seemed like they were all gathering on the ground. They were eating on butterfly. There are flocks of butterfly that go through here. I don't think they are monarchs, but they look kind of like monarchs that go through there. Very small, what do they call, migration of butterflies goes through here. As far as I can tell, from southeast to northwest at a certain time of year. Those caterpillars that are crawling around, I don't know what they are. I'll look that up too shortly, as soon as I can, and see what kind of butterflies those, because they're bright yellow with little black dots all over them. Big honking juicy ones at this time of year. Plenty of those little flowering plants, weeds to eat upon and grow fat, do their thing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm putting off my computer effort because I got to crawl inside the van, and it's probably too hot in there. It's nice sitting here. I could put it out here like I do. When I'm camping with the tent, I put the computer right here on this. Maybe I'll do that. Work on it out here while I can. I'll think about it. Yes, sir. See, these butterflies are going off in that direction, and that's not the direction the wind is blowing. And there's not a lot of them, but there's a few butterflies. Yeah, and they're all going off in that direction. Well, it's kind of the right direction, but they're you can tell they're flying against. They're they're facing into the wind, but they're going in that direction. And you notice things like butterflies because there are no butterflies out here in the desert, except when they do a migration going by, and they're all small. I don't know. Are baby butterflies small? I don't think so. I think that baby butterflies are called caterpillars. Once they become a butterfly, they're full grown. They're full size, I think. Yeah, this van, the more I look at it, the more I think, what the hell did I buy? I looked close at the door, the edge of the driver's side door. And it's all scarred up on the inside, on the edge. Looks like somebody was trying to break into it. It's got rusted paint chips all along that inner edge where somebody had like a screwdriver trying to pry out the door to break into it at some point. I didn't notice that before. I guess it's time to wax it, wash and wax it. That's why you wax it, to keep that from rusting. I noticed it because they were rust spots, I think. A while back, I tried to look up buying some touch-up paint for it. That's what I need to do. I need to reactivate a list of things and get serious. Yeah, I've decided to do what I'm going to do with the computer. It's going to be almost another month. I mean, it just the new cycle that I'm going to suspend the Starlink account, and that'll save me a month. I'm paying for that, and I'm just not using it. So I'll suspend that and not have to use that. It'll cost $5 a month then, just to keep it active but suspended. You know what I mean? And then I did the test on my other computer at home. I can use the smartphone as a hotspot and get online on that computer back home, but I did not have to put a login password or anything like that. So I did that in the past. I had it set up at some point in the past. So I'm assuming that this computer, I didn't do that. So I'm going to have to figure out how I did it on a home computer and do that on this one also. That's why I'm out here and need to do that. Yeah, there's a migration of butterflies. They're just cruising. Yeah. And that will be free, as far as I can get from AT&T and my AT&T rep, that I won't have to pay any extra if I get online and do data over that. And the fact that from here I can see the cell towers, they're right there, on Guadalupe Peak. So if I can get that to work, that'll free up a chunk of change that I can then do things like reactivate my family tree online. I think that'll be $60 a month. And do things like, buy these little poles that I need for this shade cloth. There's some odds and ends that I keep putting off and thinking, well, I can live without that. I gotta scrimp and save now. And because I had that Starlink account, I realized, that was gonna require some effort to maintain that. So now that I can pretty much give up on that until I need it, proved it out. Yeah, it's time to suspend it and get that money coming back in, and then get insurance for the other van. Crows. Gawk, gawk, gawk. Okay. I'm going to tell you this once. Stop it. Don't be talking about people like that. Talk about nature, things you that you like. I'm not sure about that bottle, that propane. May have overfilled it, because whenever you overfill those, it surges a little bit when you try to cook on that. And that's what it was doing, and it was like spewing a little bit too much propane or something. That's why I don't like using propane. But it's just so easy, convenient, you know, and it's hard to cook with. You gotta, yeah. Anyway, kind of thinking I need to readjust my plans. Kind of thinking, hell yeah, I need to. Keep saving money. And what am I saving money for? I'm saving money for when I need to buy a new trailer. Because I just get the feeling that at some point they're going to tell me you can't leave that trailer here no more. That Airstream is too old. We don't want it here anymore. And I will have to go buy another trailer. And that would be understandable and doable. I priced them, and you can get relatively new trailers for 17 grand. I could buy a new trailer, decent enough to live in, for 17 grand. And I've got that. I got plenty. I've got well more over that. I could buy it right now. I could buy a new trailer right now if I had to. And then continue to saving money. And beyond that, if I stay here, if I'm able to stay here, to actually buy a piece of property, to develop it somewhere out here. And the thing is that I got to research it, because it just occurred to me what I should have done, could have done. I didn't, should have, but I get a pickup truck, a truck that I can tow with. But see, that would be expensive now. I can't do that. I was gonna say, buy a trailer and a truck and tow it back and forth and not be stuck at this one trailer park. And buy a piece of property that I could come to in the wintertime, like now, here, and be on my own property and not pay rent. And then when it gets hot, go up north and pay rent somewhere. But see, that won't work either, because that I won't be able to find a place cheaper than this, I don't believe. I pay, delete that part. And I don't think I'll be able to ever do that. Going north, going up to like Colorado and finding a place that cheap. Don't think so. I think it's only that cheap because it's the desert. if I go out into the middle of the desert up in Colorado, maybe, I don't know. That takes more than I bargained for. But anyway, originally, I'm back to my plan. Delete that part. Buy a new trailer at some point. Stay where I'm at. Buy a piece of property somewhere out here so that I can go there whenever I feel like it. And just be there. And set up. I'm going to shut this camera off for a minute. Well, I got it set up, kind of. We'll see what happens. Well, I already dropped my phone once. That should work. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'll check back with you. And yes, that hotspot on this smartphone did work. So I was able to sit there and get online, and it works fine. Except now I don't know what I'm going to do about tying up the cell phone for all that time. Oh well. I think I'll take a hike. That's all. And now you see, this is what I'm talking about. If you owned this little piece of property here, maybe 1 acre, there's just on this, laying on the surface, all of these volcanic rocks. There's enough rocks just in this one little area to build at least one house. I mean, come on. I'm zoomed in a little bit here. But there's a one-time zoom. But person could just take his time and gather up rocks and build a house out of these rocks. And these rocks will last forever. They're volcanic. They're tens of millions of years old. Probably. Maybe. But anyhow, that's what I'm saying. You know, this would be a perfect spot. Oh, this is high enough. This never gets flooded. Just right in that little clearing right in the center. Take your time and gather these rocks and sort them into piles of a certain size and come up with a plan to stack them up and cement them together. The house would last forever. Forever. And by the way, I did hear from my brother. He called. We just got done talking. Everything's the same. He's worried about the same things as I am and has the same views as me about things. It's good to talk things over. He's a pretty level-headed guy, but he's upset with things too. The kids are all they're on living their own lives, closed loop. They are fully autonomous, and they're off on their own, doing their own things, raising their own families. So I'll never hear from them. Bro did not say nothing about watching my videos, so I guess that's no big thing. They don't care about it one way or another. I don't either. Got nothing to share with people except me walking around in the desert. It's beautiful though. I like this stuff. It's a good way to get some exercise. stay out of trouble. Can't get lost. See all of these just little flowers on the tops of these little weeds. Just an infinite amount. There's that smell. I swear, the desert is so fragrant now with different smells. A combination of creosote and sage. I wonder if that's what this is. I wonder if that's what this is, sage. Maybe this. That's aromatic. That's not the smell I smell, though. That's not so much. That's nasty. Here's the creosote. Yeah, that's creosote. That's more of a not chalky, but it's not the aromatic that is in the air right now. What are these little plants here? That's it. That's I think that's a very fragrant flower. Anyhow, I'm going to just continue to walk and breathe this fresh air.